Another significant example of our strategic military inventions involves targeted strikes on key military bases and ammunition depots within the Russian Federation. This includes high-impact operations such as the attacks on the Kapustin Yar testing range or the strikes targeting various Grayu missile and artillery depots. How would you assess the performance of these missiles, specifically the Flamingo missiles and their potential based on the results?
As for the strike by Flamingo missiles on Kapustin Yar, I am definitely one of those people who, even without any official confirmation, for some specific reason took the side of Steilemann and his whole dedicated team from the very beginning. Firepoint. Why did I do that? Because I truly understood his complex system and the unique way he thinks, largely because he graduated from the prestigious MIPT. I know this institute a little. I know some people there who, instead of saying hello, say, solve this problem. And when he thoroughly explained his complex logic during that interview on NV Radio to Dmitry Tuzov, for some specific reason, I truly believed this person. I believed in his clear logic. I fully believed in his strategic approach, and I had complete faith in exactly how and what he does for the country. He thinks absolutely clearly, absolutely precisely. And that's what we've just seen. We saw the results. It is also known that we had, for some reason, we were expecting these missiles in October. But now it's clear why that didn't happen, because the production capacities were hit. But this specific missile was assembled without those, let's say, extra bells and whistles or additional features that you would typically expect to see when creating a large cruise missile. Here is a standard cruise missile. Oh, and here is a ballistic missile. It remains there for 5 years, 8 years, or even 10 years. And during this time, it gets improved, updated, and modernized. Then it's packaged, and they think about the storage system, considering how it will be transported and how it will be checked at certain intervals to see whether it is operational or not. In short, there are a bunch of such things that we don't really need. And so Stier discarded all of that. He said it should have low radar visibility. Excellent. The shape. The simplest, most primitive. We wind fiberglass, make the fuselage, we put all the other internals inside. We have an engine like that. We don't actually need the AI-25 engine from the Yak-40 or L-39 to run for hundreds of hours. We just need it to run for 10 hours and deliver this missile to its target, to where it needs to go. That's it. Can this be done? It can. Any engine can be made to run for 10 hours. The AI-25 engine. I don't know, it's already been 50 years. And it's fine, it's a decent engine because a whole generation of other engines was developed based on it, improved, and their characteristics changed. This is a Ukrainian engine. And the fact that it could be purchased in such large quantities doesn't surprise me either, because the Yak-40 no longer exists as an aircraft. They're not found anywhere at all anymore. It had 3 of these engines. And then there are these Czech L-39s. There were also a huge number of them produced, and everyone trained on them. Now they do not fly anymore. They are so old that it is just inappropriate to take them anywhere. And the significant technological advancements that were achieved in guidance and navigation systems, in orientation systems, which it was impossible to achieve, let's say, with the available hardware base 10 years ago, but now it's done easily and simply by setting specific tasks and having a team that can quickly implement everything. I think Steilemann reached this level and created these missiles. And Firepoint has shown that with their FP1 and FP2 drones, FP2 being a modernization of FP1, they are achieving results. They have good guidance systems. They have accuracy. They have resistance to electronic warfare. And all of this you just take and transfer into this missile. Flamingo, it's just bigger. And he even registered the Flamingo as a drone, because registering a drone is significantly more straightforward than registering a cruise missile. Although in terms of its overall mass and dimensions and every other technical detail, it is effectively a cruise missile. But it was registered as a drone. Smart.
There are also ongoing discussions about our ballistic capabilities. Sapsan Grom-2, it has already been used. Volodymyr Zelensky announced this. And the manufacturer Flamingo has also made an announcement about their own ballistic missile. How difficult is it for Ukraine to develop ballistic missiles?
Ballistics is a very complicated thing in general. And here, two distinct approaches to missile production come into play. So the Sapson or Grom-2, as you mentioned, is a sophisticated missile created according to the classic traditional principles of ballistic weapon production from the old Soviet regions and engineering schools. It shows exactly how everything is done properly, precisely, and with great accuracy. Steiner took a different approach with the company Firepoint. He said there are known things that fly like ballistic missiles. They are known. We're not inventing anything new here. We're actively working on implementing these ideas, utilizing a completely new technological foundation and building on these developments. Because right now, we don't need something beautiful, elegant, perfect, or groundbreaking from a military science perspective. And what we need is something rapidly deployable, highly reliable, and truly effective. These are the FP7 and FP9 missiles. So one has a range of 200 kilometers, and the other can fly between 700 to 900 kilometers. Well, if he says 700, I think it will actually reach 900. So these are already very well-known and widely recognized developments from before. And the specific one with a 200-kilometer range successfully passed all its testing in December, and now, as a result, serial production is being officially launched. Stillerman's strategic approach to organizing serial production is this: we should assemble as many missiles as the government is fully ready and willing to purchase. In other words, he doesn't try to set any territorial limits. We'll make as many as they ask for. So now the ball is in the government's court.
But
we all vividly remember how many people in the government claim that all of this was absolute nonsense, a complete bluff, or just another Mindich gate, that no one can be trusted. The president is lying, Stillman is lying, everyone is bad, everyone is no good. Instead of saying, let's support these people who are doing such important work for us, our task is to be completely independent. These people are making us independent.
Listen, very often these kinds of, excuse my language, massive shitstorms are stirred up. You already know exactly who does it online. That is to say, there are also professional bot farms working tirelessly to stir things up and point fingers at people and to express their...
But the question is, whose bot farms are they? Are the bot farms ours, or?
No, I mean those specific people who came from across the border.
Then those people coming from across the border, for some mysterious and strange reason, are influencing our senior and respected generals, who constantly tell us in detail how everyone else in the world is a scoundrel. Whose bot farms is he listening to?